안녕하세요. 내 이름은 아바살라 J입니다 from the Bachelor of Elementary Education, and for today's video, I will going to translate 50 English words into Korean. So without further ado guys, let's get started. There are special reasons why people wanted to learn some of the Korean words and phrases. It may be because they are inspired by the music and dramas that they're listening to and watching, and it may also be a requirement for a school in their chosen elective subject. And whatever the reason is, it is very commendable for us to know the Korean language, and that is the reason why I am here today, because now I will going to teach you some of the Korean words and phrases. Are you guys now ready? Let's begin. So our first word is yes. Yes. And in Korean, it is translated as ne or ye. Ne or ye. Ye is used in a more casual way, and the yeah is used in a formal way. Can you say ne? Can you say yeah? Very good. The next word is no. No. In Korean, it is translated as 아니요. 아니요. Can you say 아니요? Very good. The next word is okay. Okay. In Korean, it is translated as 괜찮아요. 괜찮아요. Can you say 괜찮아요? Very good. Our next word is hello. Hello. In Korean, hello means 안녕하세요. 안녕하세요. Can you say 안녕하세요? Very good. The next word is please. Please. In Korean, it is 주세요. 주세요. Can you say 주세요? Very good. Our next word is thank you. Thank you. In Korean, it is translated as 감사합니다. 감사합니다 or 고마워요. 고마워요. Can you say 감사합니다? Can you say 고마워요? Very good. Our next word is you're welcome. You're welcome. In Korean, it is 천만에요. 천만에요. Can you say 천만에요? Very good. Our next word is excuse me. Excuse me. And in Korean, it is translated as 실례합니다. 실례합니다. Can you say 실례합니다? Very good. Our next word is sorry. Sorry. In Korean, it is 미안합니다. 미안합니다 or 미안해. 미안해. Can you say 미안합니다? Can you say 미안해? Very good. The next word is goodbye. Goodbye. In Korean, it is 안녕히 계세요. 안녕히 계세요. Can you say 안녕히 계세요? Very good. Koreans are known to be family-oriented people, and children are taught to be respectful and obedient to their families. And here are some of the basic words and phrases in Korean language related to families. Let's start with the word dad. Dad. In Korean, it is appa. Appa. Next, mom. Mom. In Korean, it is 엄마. 엄마. Next is the word son. Son. In Korean, it is 아들. 아들. Next is the word daughter. Daughter. In Korean, it is 딸. 딸. Next is grandfather in paternal and maternal side. In paternal, it is translated as 할아버지. 할아버지. In maternal, it is 어이 할아버지. 어이 할아버지. Next is the grandmother in paternal and maternal side. In paternal, it is 할머니. 할머니. In maternal side, it is 어이 할머니. 어이 할머니. Next is the word husband. Husband. In Korean, it is 남편. 남편. Next, we have wife. Wife. In Korean, it is translated as 아내. 아내. K-dramas, when they are calling their husband and wife, they usually use the yubo, means honey, yubo. We cannot talk about Korean words and phrases without some love and relationship phrases. I bet one of your reasons why you are here today is because of your favorite oppas and bias. So here are some of the basic words and phrases in Korean language that is related to love and relationships. Let's start with the word love. Love. In Korean, it is sarang. Sarang. Next, we have kiss. Kiss. In Korean, it is kiss. Kiss. It's like a kiss with an e. Kiss. Next, we have date. Date. In Korean, it is date. Date. It's like a date with an e. Date. Next, we have friend. Friend. In Korean, it is 친구. 친구. Next, we have boyfriend. Boyfriend. In Korean, it is 남자친구. 남자친구. Next, we have girlfriend. Girlfriend. In Korean, it is 여자친구. 여자친구. Next, we have I miss you. I miss you. In Korean, it is 보고 싶어. 보고 싶어. Next, we have I love you. I love you. In Korean, it is 사랑해. 사랑해. Next, we have I like you. I like you. In Korean, it is 좋아해. 좋아해. Next is I'm yours. I'm yours. In Korean, it is translated as 나는 내 거야. 나는 내 거야. One thing to learn about Koreans is that they are really organized because they have their time management. And because of that, here are the basic words and phrases in Korean language related to time. Let's start with the word today. Today. In Korean, it is 오늘. 오늘. Next is yesterday. Yesterday. In Korean, it is 어제. 어제. Next is tomorrow. Tomorrow. In Korean, it is 내일. 내일. Next is the word now. Now. In Korean, it is 지금. 지금. Next is the word time. Time. In Korean, it is 시간. 시간. Moving on to our K-drama words and phrases. So if you're a K-drama addict like me, then these Korean words and phrases is for you. Let's start with the word got it. Got it. In Korean, it is 알았어. 알았어. Next is the word no way. No way. In Korean, it is 안 돼. 안 돼. Next is I'm hungry. I'm hungry. In Korean, it is 배고파. 배고파. Next is the word great. Great. In Korean, it is 대박. 대박. Next is just a second. Just a second. In Korean, it is 잠깐만. 잠깐만. Next is the word are you crazy? Are you crazy? In Korean, it is 야 미쳤어? 야 미쳤어? Next is what to do. What to do. In Korean, it is 어떻게. 어떻게. Next is alright. Alright. In Korean, it is 그래. 그래. Next is I'm happy. I'm happy. In Korean, it is 행복해. 행복해. Next is hurry. Hurry. In Korean, it is 빨리. 빨리. Next is really. Really. In Korean, it is 진짜. 진짜. Or it could be 정말. 정말. Next is it's alright. It's alright. In Korean, it is 괜찮아. 괜찮아. Moving on to our Korean numbers from 1 to 10, starting with number 1. Number 1 in Korean is 하나. 하나. The number 2 is 덜. 덜. The number 3 is set. set. The number 4 is net. net. The number 5 is dasot. Dasot. The number 6 is yosot. Yosot. The number 7 is ilgok. Ilgok. The number 8 is yodol. Yodol. The number 9 is ahop. Ahop. And the number 10 is yol. Yol. Again, let's start to count number 1 to 10 in Korean. Hana, 둘, 셋, 넷, 다섯, 여섯, 일곱, 여덟, 아홉, 열. So that's the end of this video. I hope that you learned something from me today, and God bless you all.